Hello, everyone. My name is Mary, and today I have an angel message for you for the solstice on December 21st, 2022. This solstice is the winter solstice where I am in the northern hemisphere, and it's the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere, and it might happen on a different day, whichever time zone you're in. It's happening on Wednesday, the 21st. Where I am. And so that is the subject of this angel message. And as I meditated and connected to my angel team, two archangels came forward with a message. And the two that connected to me were the Archangel Azrael and the Archangel Uriel. Now, some of you may know the name Uriel because it's a very familiar angel name. Uriel is one of the cardinal, like the big four angels. Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, and Uriel. The four cardinal angels, some people's interpretation, they put different names in there, but that's how I see them. So Uriel is a very important a beautiful angel. This is the angel of light. So the angel of illumination, enlightenment, the angel of the light of God, all of that. Now, the other angel that came in, and this is actually the first one that came in, is the Archangel Azrael. Now, Azrael is the archangel of death. It's the angel of life and death, the angel of transformation, of moving a soul from one area, one phase of life to the next phase of life. And so this archangel guides and protects souls as they transition. And the reason I felt that, so it was kind of surprising that this angel came in and I didn't trust it at first because I'm like, this can't be, okay. Well, I trusted it. Of course I did. But at first I'm like, are you sure? Because I didn't want this to mean that there's going to be major deaths on the planet. But what the angel spoke to my heart was that the planet is going through a major transition. This isn't a small one. This is a big one. We are moving from a almost like a dark age to an age of light. We are moving and transitioning ourselves completely. The way we think, the way we do things, just the way the earth is, just the way our society thinks about the earth and how we think about each other. Everything. There's a lot happening. There's all kinds of shift and change happening, but anyone will tell you that there's a major spiritual awakening happening as well. Now this transition that we're all going through, I don't know how long it's going to take. I have no idea. All I know is that Azrael is here, guiding us through this transition. So I want to talk a little bit about Azrael and what the angel showed me. So what the angel showed me was how the angel loves us. The first thing I felt was just an immense compassion from this angel about how the angel lovingly guides a soul from one phase to the next phase. And this angel is with us as we are moving ourselves from one age to this next age of light or age of love, wherever we're moving to. This angel is with us in a very compassionate and loving way. And one of the metaphors that came into my mind was if you were to, say, go to your elderly relative's house and take that relative, on an errand, like take them to the doctor's office or the grocery store, you would not just burst into the house and go, all right, come on, chop, chop, it's late, let's go. No, this is an elderly relative that you love. You would want to be kind and gentle and, are you ready? Do you have your coat? Do you have everything you need? Do you have your money? Have you turned off the stove? And then it's like, guiding the person out, locking the door, it would be very gentle and compassionate. You wouldn't be angry about it. There's no reason to be angry or force the person. Of course, the person knows that they need to go to the doctor or wherever they're going, and you're there to help. And it's just, you would be very kind and compassionate. And so the first message that Azrael had for me, wanted me to share, was how compassionate we have to be with ourselves as we move ourselves through this transition. And happening on a global level, but it's also happening on a personal level for each one of us, because we're all shifting with the planet. We're all shifting together. We are all shifting. And that means that wherever our lives have been, they're going to be somewhere else. We're growing in a really profound way. And so we have to be compassionate with ourselves. We have to be loving with ourselves. We've got to be ready, just like in the metaphor with taking an elderly relative to the doctor. You can't just rush that person out of the house. You have to gently and compassionately guide the person. Another metaphor that came to my mind was when you are ready to leave someplace, like when you move. Do you ever move from one house to another? Or, it's mayhem for a long time. You're packing boxes, the new movers are there, things are, and then when the moment comes where everything's out, and it's the final moment where you're about to leave for the last time this house that you've been living in, you take a moment and it's like, well, now I can focus on me and my readiness, and I can be compassionate with me and where I am here at this moment. And so that's the compassion that Azrael showed me, this deep compassion of like, we're not going to rush this. We're going to do it, but you got to bring all of yourself. And the only way to do that is to be compassionate with yourself as you're going through this change. So on the solstice, show yourself a lot of compassion to the change that you're going through. Now, the second message that Azrael gave me, and this is sort of basically what I've been talking about, are these words. Are you ready? So this is like, are you ready? This is it, it's like, are you ready? Things are about to change. Things are shifting. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's like, is all of you ready to shift? Is all of you ready to go? You can't move, forward unless all of you is ready to move forward. Another metaphor that came into my mind when Azrael gave me these words was like when a family is driving somewhere. You get all the kids in the car, you got your snacks, you've gone to the bathroom, everyone's got their coats and their bags and their whatever. And so now you're all in the car. You got to wait till everybody's done packing up the trunk and everyone's in the car. The doors are shut. You can't start driving away with somebody still packing up the trunk. Or with somebody, just half in, half out of the car. You can only drive away when everybody is ready to go. And that's the are you ready moment that Azrael showed me, that Azrael wants us all to answer this question. Are you ready? What do you need to be ready? What do you need to be ready for this major shift that is happening, that will be continuing to happen on this solstice? And this solstice is just charged with this energy of shifting, of changing, of like the changing of the guard, the changing, the clocking in, the clocking out of various people at work. It's it's a shift. It's a shifting moment. It's charged with this shifting energy. So the huge question that this beloved angel, this beautiful, wonderful, compassionate angel has for us is, are you ready? Are you ready? What do you need to be ready for a major shift in your life? What are you ready to let go of? Does that mean letting go of things? Does that mean letting go of ideas? Does that mean letting go of habits? Does that mean, getting something new in your life that's going to support you? New habits, new things, new people. Does it mean just a mental, clearing out, a clearing out of your mental plane and being like, okay, I'm ready to throw out a lot of the old ideas that I was harboring and I'm ready for something new. Yeah, you got to be ready. Are you ready? Is your heart ready? Is your mind ready? And so this angel has such a loving, compassionate, patient energy to him or her. I don't know the genders of angels, but this angel had a really great message. So basically, are you ready? So the second angel that came in has a message for you as well. Of course, it's very similar. Because it's all centered around this massive shift we're going through. Now, Uriel is all about enlightenment. Uriel is all about those blinding flashes of enlightenment, of the aha moments, those moments that really shine a light on your life. Those moments where your soul just starts to beam. Those moments where you are up-leveled through a deep internal enlightenment or an understanding or a knowing. This angel just burns with the light of God, this substance of God. This angel is gentle but powerful, very powerful. And so enlightenment and light and lighting a way and knowing where to go and what to do, and this angel is all about that. And we are moving into an age where we are ready to see more of the light. And solstices are all about light and dark, because it's a very, very heavily light on one side, dark on the other sort of thing. So the way the hemispheres go, it's like for one hemisphere it's the longest day, and for the other hemisphere it's the longest night. And so there's like a huge polarity of light and dark on the planet when we enter into these solstices. And so and in our lives too, we're in a huge polarity of light and dark, because there's a lot of stuff happening in the dark that we are not able to see. In the government, in our societies, there's a lot of stuff happening that we can't see. There's also a lot of stuff that we're shown in the light that is, here, look at this, shine a light on that. That may or may not be true, or may or may not be helpful to look at. And so there's a lot of light and dark energy, kind of like very potent and very, lively right now. And so the image that Uriel gave me in meditation was so sweet. It was this, I saw a picture of a little child, maybe about, 4 years old, waking up on Christmas morning and, sleepily walking into the living room. And then, there's the Christmas tree and the toys, and all kinds of great stuff. And the child just rubs the sleep out of his eyes and, looks at everything. It's that moment of like, am I seeing what I'm seeing, sort of thing. That's such a sweet thing. I know that personally, I think that we have a lot to look at that's both good and bad in the world. I think there's things will come to light that we may not want to see. But Uriel really wanted us to focus on the good thing right now, the good, that there's a lot of good, that the Lord is working in the world. The Lord is working in your soul right now, in you, right here, right now. The light of God is just ready to shine on full blast all the way if you just open your eyes and see. And that was the message that the angel came up with, is rub the sleep out of your eyes and see. Isn't that sweet? So rub the sleep out of your eyes and see. I'm sorry if I'm getting glare. It's such a beautiful, this is the moment where wake up, folks. It's time to wake up. It's time to see something that you haven't seen before. And what I think Uriel wants us to see is this beautiful gift of light and enlightenment and God, that has just been waiting for us to wake up to and to invite more of into our lives. That we don't have to be addicted to pain anymore. We don't have to be addicted to suffering. I mean, we can still and should still feel our feelings and feel all of it, but we don't have to attach to it. We don't have to have this like doom and gloom idea about life. You can go through the pain of all the stuff that we're going through, and yet at the same time know that God is guiding it all from the inside out. And you have a lifeline. You have light inside of you. I think that might be part of the message, but for the most part, Uriel just had this like beautiful image of the child rubbing the sleep out of his eyes and looking at the gift, the surprise, the beautiful gift waiting for him, and it's exactly what's happening. That yes, we're going through a major shift, and there might be some discomfort, but there is some really awesome stuff hiding inside your soul, hiding inside the world, waiting to be seen. There is an interconnectedness between the world. There is light just flooding the planet. There's a lot happening, and it's waiting for us to see it. And the Archangel Uriel had this beautiful message. And so together, I think these two angels have the fact that these two came in for this message, I think is pretty huge. That this is a moment. This is a wake up moment. This is are you ready? Get up and take a look at what's going on kind of moment. Like in the course of your day, you only really wake up once or twice if you're taking a nap. But like that moment of going from sleep to awake is a big moment in your day, and you might want to try to, pull the covers over your head and pretend you're still asleep. Do you ever do that where you're like, something wakes you up or your alarm goes off and you're like, no, snooze. No, I'm still asleep. See, I'm very comfortable here. I'm still good. It's like, nope. You can try to fool yourself into thinking you're still asleep, but you're actually kind of waking up. All right. So that's what's happening. Embrace it. The Archangel Uriel is like, there's something here to be seen, like in the metaphor from before about the moving from a house to another house or from apartment to another house. That moment where you're in the empty apartment and you're like, all right, I'm ready. It's like you can say goodbye to that and acknowledge all the feelings, but don't put off too much longer this moment of entering into your new home. Be where you are. Have compassion for how you're moving through this, but understand that you're moving to something better. You're moving to something greater and something that is far more, light-filled. It's far more illumined. Our future is bright, basically. As Frank Sinatra says, the best is yet to come. And we're headed in that direction. So rub the sleep out of your eyes, open up your eyes and see. So as you enter this solstice on Wednesday or Thursday or whenever it is for you, my prayer for you is that you embrace this shift that's happening and have so much love for yourself and how you are experiencing this beautiful light and dark, this polarizing moment on the planet. Have compassion for yourself, really experience it, and move through it with as much angelic grace as you possibly can. So that's my prayer for you and for me and for all of us. That's all for now. I'll see you next time. Bye.